Why boys no wan learn work for Benin again? And even generally for Nigeria, why people no dey learn work? Boys, girls, why they no dey wan learn work again?
Okay, first of all, now waiting I dey cry put every day. I dey tell people, I say, no matter the school where you go, handwork na be the source of the new oil for the country. And why do I say so? Most of the corporate work, when you get into an office and they employ you as probably maybe HRO or maybe the supervisor, the next thing, the oga they want make you get some special handwork because now waiting most times they give people promotion.
Yeah.
But in Benin or in this society where we find ourselves, let me use South South. In South South, we always they follow role model who dey our front, and people wey dey our front and people wey dey travel. So the only handwork wey we dey see most times say people dey look up to, wey dey even understand, because there's what we call exposure. What you are exposed to na im others wan do. That's why you find am say if first son no do well, the ones wey follow am you see am, they will begin scatter enter street. But if first son say okay na this area he choose, the other ones go see am as role model. So most times traveling out of the country, oyibo, all those obodo oyibo trip, na everybody dey call handwork. Today now when you enter the street of Benin, mechanic today na aboki, shoemaker aboki, person wey dey repair wristwatch aboki, plumber aboki, gate man aboki. So when you look about all the handwork, electrician aboki, aboki and all those Yoruba boys na dey do am now. So you can't get to any workshop in Benin. There are very few. I can't say entirely you won't find them, but most of the workshop for Benin na other tribes na im dey learn handwork. The Benin boys, the home-based boy, they either wan do something where they go quick make am because their role model na people wey dey drive GLK, their role model na who dey travel, their role model na politicians. So you find them struggling to be like their role model. So now one of the reasons why we say they no wan learn.
Okay, some others are also saying that this handwork are not really no longer, or not really as lucrative as it used to be. Say now just hustle, suffer. Somebody's father that was a mechanic for years. After several years, the most he can do is to get a house and a car. Some of this handwork or occupation or vocation are not really as lucrative as it used to be. Is that true?
Na lie. And this is the reason I said na lie. Number one, I give an instance on one of my article. I said something about gele. Do you know tying of gele? Women, young girls these days don't tie gele. But you see women, whenever they go to occasion, they tie gele. I have a friend, she dey tie gele. To tie you one gele na 2,000 naira. So in a weekend where be say they call her for wedding, where maybe all the ashwebi na gele they tie, and if you tie 10 people, she's not buying anything. They know they buy material. So there is money in this thing. Weekend, I used to tell people, I say, if in a weekend you dey make up to 50,000 naira, tying like up to 15-person gele times 2, that's 30,000 naira. Remove your transport fare, okay, give and take 20,000 naira, follow you reach house. Every weekend you dey make 20,000 naira. Who dey office dey make in Nigeria 70,000 naira monthly? Can you compare you wey dey go office every day with person where weekends e dey get gele? Even if you no get all the weekends, but at least e dey get am sometimes. So handwork dey very lucrative. Like my mechanic now, e no get any time when I go my mechanic workshop or anybody go mechanic workshop where mechanic no dey make up to 20K. And then you now see plenty cars for there. So for the country where we find ourselves now, the exposure I first talk about now be the major problem. We are not exposed to understand that. You see this small handwork. Now even recently now I know say all these small container water, they drink water, they drink coke, they drink all these other products where we they throw away. Aboki they pick them, they go gather them. There is a particular kg where they call 70,000, 100,000 for the kg. So that means those aboki they see they pick something for ground, they do this thing, so they are making money. Now we just feel like for this part of the world, we feel like our money will they make our dressing supposed to show am. Because who they do handwork not supposed clean. So those boys don't say if I go do handwork, I know they wear swags, I know they dress big things, I know they wear big chain, which is very wrong. So handwork get money. People where they do cake, you know how much people they do cake now. This handwork wey they talk say even big pass the corporate world what they talk about. Person where they MC na handwork. People where they arrange decoration na handwork. You know how much people they pay decorators. So in all essence, makeup artists, barbers na handwork.
Okay, what do you think are the primary factors wey make young people, and you've mentioned one or two, you've mentioned role models, you've mentioned interest to look clean, but what are the other factors that these people hold as the reason why they are not interested in learning handwork anymore?
The factor be say no security. When I say security, financial security, they are scared. Sometimes their parents no even give. I still keep complaining, the parents no still dey support these children. When I was growing up, most parents would say, I want me my pikin go school. But you know, in other Western world, there are times where they allow you do the course called Introtech.
Yeah.
Introtech, even at secondary school, early secondary school, you begin learn how to do all those things. So the reason these children no want to be say nobody open their eye to see the benefit in it. No father where they earn, where get money now, where get house, get a better work, go say make pikin go learn mechanic. And you know say na danger you dey do your pikin. I went to a mechanic workshop in Warri, and I saw one young boy, the boy no dey speak pidgin. Now come dey ask the guy, say wetin dis small boy dey do for here? He say papa na one senior officer for NNPC, say senior staff for NNPC. He say na so the senior brother come still learn when he dey on holiday. So it means some parents actually get this orientation, but around here parents no dey open their eyes to see say this thing. Then the level of fraud wey dey the society, e dey make people dey think say the quick money na that fraud. You go see person go finish primary school, he go say he wan go join HK. Yes, HK they call am handwork in their own form. They'll tell you say na handwork because it's a defensive mechanism they bring to tell us that no be handwork una say mo go learn. They won't go learn computer handwork. So when they defraud, so they now find out that this life where they live, say money, I must spend money. Everybody is just after spending money, looking like the guys that are spending money in club. Now make most of them not really want to say handwork. They very important. Then our government a big problem. If you see the most schools in the north, when I went to the north, I always check around what they have that we don't have in this side. If you go to the north, there are places they have vacations where people learn handwork like tailoring, like shoemaking and all of that. That's why I find out say when they learn finish, aboki they work out for street. I keep telling people, aboki, I use the word aboki, my friends, where they work out for street, they do shoemaker, they hear pok, 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 pok. Aboki in a day is satisfied with what he makes in a day. And when you pay attention to how much they make in a day, aboki makes nothing less than 15,000 naira daily. And aboki no be this kind of person they spend money carelessly. So when you calculate how much he makes in a month, you will sit down for office, they feel like they enjoy AC. You have more problem than the aboki where they exercise, where they waka, and when they do this handwork because it is well paid. So generally, a lot of things is wrong. If the government can just build a school or a place where they call the vacation place where people can go learn handwork. I think we have it during the time of Lucky, their youth resonance at Iyama.
Yes.
Where you go there, you learn how to bake, decoration, even some private places get them, but their money too dey expensive again. Mostly talk about that one. Where to learn now, it too dey expensive. If you want go learn tailoring now, they'll tell you say bring 3 cartons of malt, pay 100,000 naira, do this one, and then sometimes the people where see they teach people for where they learn all this handwork, they not see the help matter. Because when I send one of my cousin to learn tailoring, when she go there, she go just dey sweep. The woman dey use and send message for almost a month. This girl no fit cut material because funny enough, I bought a machine for her at home. So anything we learn for there, go come house, come dey practice.
You never get chance.
Even pedal anything, talk to even sit down. So now message of use 1 month they send you. That's the same problem we go to a higher institution and complain about that how somebody learn 4 years, he come back, he no fit practicalize wetin he go learn for 4 years. Now we dey find out for most of the handwork places because they'll fair use message finish you before even mechanic workshop, before you know which panel be 13, which one be 14. They don't use message, you'll sweep the whole place for 1 month. They never see show you anything inside motor. So some of those things that be the reason why young boys no one even learn. Parents no one send their people go that place because they feel like now even that place some of them go see join bad thing. So generally the whole system is corrupt, the orientation is corrupt, and I think that's the.
Okay, one final question, because you mentioned just now about fraud. I want to make you detail am because a lot of these people now they see these fraud guys, they just come out for house, go spend 3 months for HK, come back and money don surplus, and now then you say make dem dey learn hardwork. Is there a role society can play to tame this particular impression? Because my guy wey be my guy, so na him wan dey tell me say the person wey repair something for a car, he say sure two of them in successive time like that, they don comot after as good as they are, they don go enter HK. Na they don dey na as I dey see for their WhatsApp status. Wetin society fit do, government, families, traditional ruler, church, to ensure say make we stop this impression wey young people dey get, make dem no see say na fraud, fast lane na be the way.
The truth be say e go hard, because I remember when we dey grow up, when we dey secondary school, we dey tell ourselves say if we wan make this country better, I think I dey do debate when I dey school, but we dey argue we dey say education this, bad government against this, we always dey talk and we say make the system lock teenagers mind from wetin the adult dey do, but it is not possible. But for this yahoo, this fraud wey dey talk na yahoo, internet fraud, how you take lie to somebody, change voice to somebody, tell somebody say you be gay, use picture and video dey deceive another person for that side, make e dey send you money. Na still the beg wey dey beg for street. May I just tell you the definition of yahoo is a digital way of begging. Na just be yahoo. So when you beg and you sabi beg well, your money dey come. So when these guys leave handwork, in 2 months they don go make am. You wey dey house, your mama go dey pressure you. And the funny thing about the society wey we find ourselves is, in Edo, if one person dey do something like this, everybody na there they run into.
Na there they walk.
Growing up in the street of Benin, like Owa, Obasi, all those Dumez area, once one person pikin don cross go obodo oyibo, the party wey go throw for house, e go make the next neighbor dey cry say im own pikin never go. And the pikin now dey begin pressure and say, begin pack your load, I wan go sell my last land, you must leave this country. So na so how everybody take comot for Nigeria. Now where yahoo come, this family don go buy car, don go build house for GRA, don comot for the Uselu where everybody dey. You see every family will begin pressure the children. Now this is what I feel the government can do. The government, the day I know say Nigerian dey work, it's just that they no wan do the work. The government of Nigeria dey try. Do you know that if you are crossing between Akwa Ibom, you are traveling towards Akwa Ibom, Cross River, you know say we get custom on our road spot where you identify non-Nigerians by their eyeball, by their tongue. They will tell you say this person no be Nigerian, let's see your ID card. They check for ID card. That means they are border checkers, experts trained for this job. So if we still have those people, we still have ICT experts in our government system where we check how money they enter this country and how money they come out. So when money flies into an account, there should be a system that checks whether this money was legit. How this money take come, which business transaction they put here. Because in those days when you want, there are some bank today, if you no put narration, they don't let you send money.
Yes, of course.
So definitely most banks, they should allow something like that, narration. Why is this money coming into? Because somebody they send 50 million, he say for my mother's welfare. Which welfare? So there should be a narration to check these people. Then again, the young guys, if somebody done this, I hear in the Western world, the amount of money you take to the cash, you take to any store to buy something, the store will call their economic call police immediately. You carry like Nigeria, you see person will carry supermarket, person will go buy something of 1 million. Nobody go even ask anything. If they don't check your credit card whether they work, what's your salary rate immediately. So those things they need to bring them to Nigerian system, make it they work. So that these small boys, when somebody go club, even inside clubs, there are limits a person can spend in the club in other places. But Nigeria, person go spend 14 million for club. You don't know how they do, you receive the money, they suppose they check you and all of those things. But I just feel, like I said earlier, it's going to be difficult, but if we want it to work, we can work. Then parents also, as your children, they come back, not be say the money no good for you to enjoy, but again, know the repercussion of when your pikin go bring bad money come house. Now cost the whole family they collect. And at the end of the day, the karma go always hit all of una. Because it's just for a while. This enjoyment are for a while. I can't, there's some amount of money I can't even give my parents. They go ask how you take get time. Because they know my earnings. They know the limit. They just give an estimate and say, okay, this guy go there within this range. So if I can't go now, go dash their 10 million naira, they will question me, not be say joke. So if me as at this age, see get that kind of upbringing, parents should begin to check their children, what they bring home, what they wear. Even this attitude of allowing our children to go out. Those days, before you tell your father say you wan go rent house, you go answer plenty questions. Your age, your whatever. But these days, things like that no dey happen. So it gives room for a lot of criminalities, a lot of irregularities in the society. So I feel this is almost the little advice I fit give government to do. Just make sure you create centers where these children will go learn. Because once one person, since we get that habit of once person grow for this area, everybody will run enter there. ICT training, media training, all the hard work. You see girls now, they don't need some. I have like few friends that do shoe girls. Look for something that works for you. Then churches get a lot of effort to do. Let's preach Christ, but let's also preach morals. Nothing stop you from preaching Christ, but at least now una be where people they come listen to. There are some people where they know really they do well for society, but they must go church on Sunday. Once it's Sunday, their mind has been programmed to go to church. So churches need to begin to encourage these people. When we're growing up, there's what we call agape force in our churches those days. In agape force, we go there, we they learn some things like how to do chemical soap out to the wash plates and all of those things. From there, some of us, what will they do now? Now things what we learn from that circle. These days, things like that, no, they really hold ground again. Churches has a lot of responsibility to play in why these children know they won't learn hard work, because they start from the church. Allow them grow from that church with that level of decency. Because if a child of 16 years sabi do something and the thing they fetch her money, when my niece was going to school, I told my niece I cannot go where they learn gele and all these things. Now she even they use as an example just now. I pay for her 150,000 to learn how to tie gele and all those small things. When she did university, because I know she was going to university. When I was in university, they come pick girls go do ashwebi. Now she's always busy. Weekend like this, they always call her to, because she's a bit tie gele where she's well paid. So seriously, I just want the government, the churches, our clergy, even the mosque, all those places where they know say yes, children they listen to them. Traditional rulers, they need to inculcate this thing into their own corporate social responsibilities to make sure that these children come back to understand that there is dignity in labor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother.
Hold on.